reply, "Don't worry, you're committed to nothing. I don't want a thing. It's enough for me to love you." But if you feel inclined to love me back, that's okay too. Evolution or extinction. When all is lost, good, let it go, and turn to the transcendental. These are dark days. Some say Kali Yuga, and some say Armageddon. Some quote Nostradamus, and some cite the Bible. Some say apocalypse, and some annihilation, destruction, dystopia. We don't even mention fires and floods and earthquakes and tsunamis and meteorites and plagues and superbugs. We've dealt with those. This is beyond disaster. Some are apprehensive and some are downright fearful, and more and more and more of us are coming to the realization that it's time to join hearts and transcend. Irresistible. It moves, but it is not moved. Watch out, or you will be caught in a downpour of grace, and you will be soaked by gratitude and flooded with love. Umbrellas are futile. Soulmate. "What's for supper?" he asked. "Chocolate," I replied. "I'll do the dishes," he said. Went to the doctor today. Not a lot of meat on these bones. Not a lot of muscle left on these limbs. Not a lot of pages left on this calendar. But enough. Enough to keep the vehicle in service, to chant a lot more mantras and sit a while in silence. Enough to write a few more poems just to assure you that it's all okay so far. Nothing imminent, just the gradual workings of impermanence. Whatever arises, there's not a lot to do about it. Just say thank you and live what's left in love. Verses. Sometimes reflective, sometimes didactic, sometimes a journal of just where I'm at. Sometimes I keep them, sometimes I shred them, sometimes I sweep them under the mat. They all are given, I take no credit, but once in a while I get to edit. Just what I needed to get me through the winter. I have a green streak in my hair. Amidst the salt and pepper there is now a verdant dash. Not a timid whisper, but a bold statement. It has changed my whole relationship with my mirror. Where once I saw a moribund visage, I now grin a toothless grin to a reflection that proclaims, there's life in the old girl yet. Second thought. Sometimes I think I'd like to have another room, a bit more space. But then I think, no, I just have to look longer for things I misplaced. Solstice. Stand at your window tonight and bless this city. Spread compassion for the hungry and homeless. Generosity for all who recognize mutuality. Gratitude in abundance. Forgiveness for the apathetic and indifferent, even the villains whose karma will move them to remorse. Ourselves for our own sins and shortcomings, for kindnesses withheld. Stand at your window and as the light increases, radiate love. Still here. We are eddies in the stream, momentary manifestations, emanations of the limitless light. We come with our cards preloaded. I thought that I had attained to my termination time, but it appears I've only passed my best before date. The Broken Nose. This is for Donna Langevin, who wrote a Broken Nose poem. The Broken Nose, ah yes, I had almost forgotten until your poem. And now I remember the moment of unawareness, the malevolently placed cement curb, the broken tooth, the smashed face, the baptizing of the concrete with crimson, the taxi ride to Mount Sinai, the cabbie's concern as the red tide threatened his upholstery, the brief sojourn in emergency, the doctor who viewed the x-ray and said, "It's broken." "Oh shit," I said. He slapped on an adhesive strip and offered, "I can drill it out from the inside and remove the bump." "Don't touch me," I said. I think I said it more than once. "Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me." I returned home to countenance the world with a jagged smile and a purple radiance resembling a battered fish stick. The tooth was repaired. A scarred and dented proboscis, slightly awry, is, with every glance in the mirror, a reminder to be mindful. This far and no further. I am allergic to something. It brings on an excruciating, unrelenting itch, which definitely diminishes the joy of everyday life. I am eliminating probable causes. I have furloughed my daily supplements, my vitamins and minerals. I have changed my face soap, my shampoo, my body lotion, and replaced my laundry detergent. I have removed all possible culprits from my diet. I wear no synthetics, apply no adhesives. This leaves only cannabis and the cat. In either case, I will continue to scratch. The old gray mare. This body is weary, and I am growing weary of this body. It's not just the discomfort, the lack of ability, the failure of irreplaceable parts, the loss of invulnerability. I try for calm acceptance, realizing that this form is my springboard to awakening, my vehicle for transcendence. I treat this body more gently now, with greater awareness. I do not enter it in marathons, or weightlifting contests, or any Olympic events. I keep it reasonably clean, clip its toenails regularly, water it consistently. I pamper it with cannabis and chocolate and trust it will carry me to the end of ignorance. Ultimately, when there is no excuse, no explanation, no rationalization, no exculpation, no vindication, no one else to blame, no love intended, you just have to forgive yourself. Okay, this poem, I got an email from somebody who wanted to know where this poem came from. So I looked at all my books and I couldn't find it. So I said, "Where did you find this?" He said it was online. So I guess it was never any book, and I probably haven't read it in company, so I'm reading it. It's called Right View. Look, open the eyes of your heart and regard the garden. Look with wisdom, withholding judgment. Look with acceptance of what is, and set aside what should be. See the coming into being and the decay, the arising and the passing away. Look deeply into the essence of all manifestation, Look at the commonplace. It needs no change or alteration. Everything is imbued with the beauty of creation. That which is seen with love is lovely. Occasions for delight. I have ongoing occasions for delight. Sunsets will do it for me regularly, and a new green shoot poking up from the dark earth is always a moment for rapture. Meeting with friends forever gladden my heart, and animals at play are opportunities for celebration. And I am delighted to realize a new source of bliss, discovering a second layer in the chocolate box. Last one. An online questionnaire said I was 60. A different quiz said I died 10 years ago. I don't think it will be a big thing that takes me out. It will be a combination of countless little irritations that weigh me down to surrender. The loss of my hearing aids, the misplacement of my ill-fitting teeth, the cane that isn't where it should be, the eggshell in the omelet, the pit in the prune, the chocolate that melted in my pocket, the pen gone dry, the recalcitrant computer, the zipper that sticks, the inability to change a light bulb or reach the top shelf, the moment of confusion, the complaints of the flesh. The little things wear me away. Life is still good, but if it weren't for those I love who do their best not to annoy me, I'd have been out of here a long time ago. Thank you.